So one of the easiest ways to hit crit cap for cast on crit is actually through using shield charge as opposed to using a weapon based attack skill. Just a disclaimer, this is not a build guide, it's just a concept, something for you to think about, something for people to just try to optimize, try to find the different builds that will make this actually work. So all you really need is a high base ES shield, because with shield charge, 200 base ES on your shield is equivalent to 10% base crit, which is insane, it is unmatched through weapons basically. I'm using a Aziri's Reflection here, but you can actually get a 300 base CS shield that costs 10C, and that'll give you 15% base crit. And this lets you hit crit cap without using Bottled Faith, without using Diamond Flask, without even using the increased critical strike support gem, and that's huge. There's a lot of benefits to doing this. For one, using shield charge as cross on crit means that you don't need to use cycling, you never need to slow down. Secondly, it is a one-tap build, so it's really quick and has a really high ceiling as far as clear speed goes. Secondly, you get complete build flexibility and complete weapon flexibility. So I'm using a Rippling Thoughts in the first clip, and I switch over to a rare one that cost me 10C in the second clip. But you can use anything you want. You can even be unarmed and use Doriani's, although I think that's horrible. And then with skill flexibility, because you're not using Cost Breeze, because you're not using Mjolnir, you can pretty much use any skill that you want as far as your trigger goes. I'm using Arc here because it doesn't require any AoE or prod scaling. There are some challenges, of course, to doing shield charge cast on crit. For one, hitting the attack speed threshold is really hard. At a baseline, the skill is fairly slow, and then it's not like Cyclone where you get multi-hits, right? But then you also need to worry about getting movement speed so that you need to travel as well. I'm a raider in this clip, so I'm using both Onslaught and Frenzy trees and actually neglecting to use the Elemental Ailment Immunity tree. So you might want to go self-chill, you might want to even go Aura Stacker to scale this up. The second major challenge is that there's a bit of a lack of damage to start out with, right? Because there's so many options to scale your damage. There's no 7 link that you get using one of those cast on crit bows or cast on crit two-handed swords. And the investment into attack speed makes building damage a bit awkward as well. So Eternity Shroud is one way that you might want to go, and this is pretty much an easy 10 million, 20 million DPS if you take that route. I'm just not sure I want to because it's a bit expensive and very annoying to craft. All in all though, I think it's a concept that's somehow been left completely in the dust since the skill gems rework, and I think this might actually serve as a fundamental building block for tier 1 clear speed builds moving forward.